Good morning, good morning. I'd like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here where it is amazing. We had 25 mils of water, of rain last night, of water. We had 25 mils of water last night. We had 25 mils of rain last night, and everything just looks so happy. so, so I hope this is the start of an amazing week. All right. So we currently have the moon in Taurus right now. I think it's at about, let's have a look, it's about 12 degrees of Taurus, okay? So, and it is just plodding along. So we do have Venus ruling that Taurus in Pisces at 15 degrees of Pisces. So she's quite chill. So really, the Venus being exalted right in the middle there, she's like, yeah, lapping up the luxury and love. So the moon should feel good today too. So, and it does form a sextile, which is lovely. So the moon forms a sextile with Venus at 1:30. So that's going to be a lovely time as well. Actually, just quickly looking between, say, 12:30 and 2, it looks like a really nice period of time during the day. So just heads up on that one. All right, let's look at the words. All right, so what are the things of value in your life? All right, is it having a healthy bank balance? Is that the thing that helps you feel safe and secure? Maybe the amount of things you own make you feel like you are worthy. All right, so as the day grows, things may become clearer, or you may have an experience that shows you what the undeniable truth is. Be open to receive what you deserve because you are important and worthy. All right, so like I was saying, there's a lot of really lovely aspects today. So, first of all, like I was saying, the moon does sextile Jupiter. All right, so there is an opportunities. There's that the cogs could mesh well together if you take the opportunity. All right, a trine is an easy slide, whereas the sextile you actually have to acknowledge and do something with it. So, like I was saying, if you want to do something specific that feels comfort, security, loved, valued, spiritually connected, then I'd be going between that sort of 12:30 and 2 mark. All right, because it's 1 p.m. for the sextile to Jupiter and then 1:30 for the sextile to Venus. All right, so we're definitely looking at money and beliefs and the things that you give credit and value to in your life. So again, second house is things that are valuable. So not only comfort, security, finances, self-worth, but also like the your big items. So the nice things you have in your house. I mean, I suppose a car would sit there. It's a thing of value. Anyway, there's a good opportunity around that time. Now, after 2 o'clock, there is a square to Mars forming. All right, now Mars moves into Pisces this week on on Tuesday next week. So the same day as the eclipse. That's why I was like, it's this sometime soon. Yeah. So the same day as the eclipse, we have Mars moving into Pisces. So, oh my God, this week is like full of surprises. All right. So after 2, a square to Mars. Again, I don't think that's really going to start taking effect until later on in the evening. And Mars is, he's in a rush at the moment to get all of those final Aquarian vibes finished. All right, so he's got a few projects that he started. Actually, he's currently at 23 degrees of Aquarius. Sorry, because I've just did the week ahead yesterday, it's all just blurred it all together. But anyway, you could get a heads up on this and start to have a look at those community minded or future intentions, projects that you've got going, and start to like speed them up a bit. All right, so we've got a lot of energy. Just sort of have a look around, and again, maybe it is a valuable thing. Maybe that's the thing of valuable that is valuable is closing out some projects or finalizing some things. All right. At the same time, after 2, a sextile to Mercury starts forming. Now that starts quicker because it's a smaller aspect. It's only about 6 hours in length. So between say 2 and 8, that sextile to Mercury, also in Pisces, but getting ready to station retrograde. All right, it's the 23rd today, and it retrogrades on the 26th at 5:48 p.m. All right, so Mercury is starting to slow down. All right, you're going to be feeling it. Remember, Mercury is the fastest planet, and when it slows down, we get that feeling of inertia. It is in the sign of its detriment, which means that there is confusion, the details are not clear, you need to be asking questions. If you are like in a sort of, whoa, what's going on state, continue to ground and center and breathe and just be aware that the vibes are weird. All right, you need to continue to come back to the moment so you can pay attention to what's going on around you, because everybody's going to be feeling this. All right, like I said, the square to Mars might not start till later, so potentially if you don't get that conversation had, then the confusion might cause anger, something like that. All right, now after 8 p.m., the conjunction to Uranus starts. For us here in the Southern Hemisphere, it might just be vivid dreams, or, you know, maybe your brain starts over analyzing because you haven't yet sorted out the details or clarified things. Potentially, potentially. All right, another one. Oh, this morning we had Venus trine Jupiter. Now that is lovely. That was at 7 a.m. And we've also had Mars sextile Chiron. Those two combined, I feel like there might be a really good vibe where your love or the love of your life or your partner is concerned. Maybe the masculine in your life. All right, with Mars sextile Chiron, it could be a healing opportunity for them. But with Venus trine Jupiter, it could be awareness for the female, if that makes sense. So maybe Venus in Pisces at that mid degree has gone, hang on a minute, I am so much more worthy than what I am receiving. All right, because early childhood conditioning, Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, has made me believe that this is the story that I have to continue to tell, or something like that. So then with that Mars sextile Chiron, you know, maybe if that opportunity for a healing conversation wasn't taken, or maybe something has happened that, like I said, it gives them an opportunity to then start the healing process. Potentially. All right, so now, yeah, like I said, opportunity to heal the masculine energy and also to be more assertive. You know, Mars is in Aquarius, so that assertion and opportunity to heal could come with something that was quite emotionally detached as well. It might have been a decision that was easily made because you're like, shit. All right, because maybe also because Venus was like, hang on a minute, look at what I keep doing, or something like that. I know. I mean, I keep saying that because I feel like there is such a varied there's such a varied scope of the things that could be going on. For obviously we are all different people, so wherever it's playing out in your life or in your chart, I hope I hope the flow and ease comes well. All right, let's stop and see who's here. Oh, good morning, Karen. How are you? Good morning, Susan. Hello, Louise. Yes, it's going to be a good one, isn't it? Hello, Kathy. How are you? Good morning, Robin. Oh, that's perfect, Karen. I love that. That is brilliant. That is brilliant to just get those financial things happening in a way that, remember, is clear. Ask questions, make statements that can be clarified with, especially around that money. And I mean, obviously, Mercury's just about to go retrograde. So it's also a great opportunity for you to get your files out, or I mean, it's only February, but why not catch up on tax now? Why not look at superannuation and what you could be doing about it? Because it's a review process. All right, so that's pretty good. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm sidetracked. Definitely feeling very Mars in Aquarius. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Auntie Pat. Hi, Christy. How are you? All right, so how does that feel for everyone? I know I woke up and I'm like, oh, my body's a bit sore, but I woke up feeling good. All right, let's have a quick look through the week, even though most of you are always here with me. Thank you so much. I feel like I have spinach in my teeth. All right. So tomorrow the moon moves into Gemini. Now there's a little bit more tension around tomorrow, so I feel like, you know, that Uranus conjunction with the moon is at 9:30 a.m. So if you can be brave and have these conversations, I feel like, you know, we're in the eclipse portal, things are being exposed. You know, it's absolutely a time to move past your preconceived comfort zone and move into this new elevated state. I wouldn't, yeah, that's the only words that came out then. So elevated state is it. All right. So yeah, tomorrow is a step by step, hour by hour type of experience. Wednesday, caution is advised. All right. So Wednesday we have squares, a lot and lot of squares. So there is tension, but the ability to grow with that tension. All right. So Wednesday, watch your words, remembering that Mercury is like stationary Wednesday, so words could be easily misconstrued. And again, just, you know, when I was writing the words yesterday, I just kept getting this physical feeling of, you know, there's so much water right now. And you know, like when you create a whirlpool in the sink, or you know, I always use that going around the roundabout, and I just feel like, in because we're so watery, I just kept getting that feeling within, you know, that whirling, swirling, emotional, whoa. Again, stop and center often, all right? And make sure that on Wednesday, don't just blurt shit out, because everybody's feeling it. And, you know, it might not be you, it might be the other people that then get squared off with you. All right, so Thursday, decisive action. All right, Thursday is a bit of, you know, we're going into a phase where we need a little bit of faith and allowing the universe to do its thing. You know, if we are getting clear on what we're trying to say, and being aware that our thoughts are quite wishy-washy or turbulent, then in that effort to clarify, we are manifesting. All right, so everything in Pisces, everything is automatically going to just manifest that much easier. Even though we're in a portal eclipse time and I say don't manifest, I feel like this is just one of those innate things that is going to happen. So be very sure with what you are putting out into the universe. Okay. All right. Friday, so that was Thursday. Now Friday, there might be sudden awarenesses, memories, and things that happen that make you commit to your cause. Okay, so again, there is just this ooh, sort of happening. And yes, and then Saturday, words in the morning might be revisited in the afternoon. So let's hope that they are kind and generous words, not cranky, frustrated words, because those cranky, frustrated words then might get the conversation in the afternoon that says, hey, when you said this, I felt that. Or when you said this, I heard that. All right. So Saturday is, I think Saturday's more about the reaction to the pride that then makes you analyze and clarify. All right. And then Sunday is pretty much a gather your gowns, ladies, you know, because the moon's in Leo. And so if you are able to this week, all right, so let's look at Sunday as the she's walking out of the room. All right. So if you can make sure that you clarify what you're thinking, speak clearly and bravely to state your boundaries and your needs, be very aware that everybody is in the same maelstrom of emotion. Now, on Tuesday, we've got that eclipse in Pisces and Virgo. All right. So you know, it's a very, okay, sorry, even. All right, stop. All right. All right. Another thing that you might be feeling is physical ailments. All right. Pisces. Pisces brings on mysterious and unexpected physical maladies. All right. It's a 12th house. It's a medical house where it's like, what the fuck is going on? All right. So I know, like, I when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sore. Why? All right. You know, Pisces rules hospitals. Maybe you had a random hospital visit on the weekend. You know, it is definitely a time where you need to be looking at the way you are looking after yourself, all right? Because the eclipse is in Virgo. It's about self-care and healthcare and, you know, your daily habits and rituals that cause you to be well or unwell, all right? So, and then when you're looking at it on a spiritual perspective, it's like, why do I not do the things that are good for me? All right, so yeah, so Tuesday, like I know I don't usually go into the following week, but because it is the book end of this week, it is, yeah, it's definitely taking things about not at face value, look further, investigate, clarify, speak clearly, and then you know Mars moves into Pisces on that day as well. So close the book. Let's have a card. Oh, it feels good to be at home. I've got quite a few days at home this week, so that's nice. Back into busy work schedule next week. I've only got one exam left to write out before I start editing them all. So that's nice as well. I feel confident there. Okay, what card is going to summarize it all? Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, look. I actually really agree with this. The Nine of Swords, even though I'm here going, yeah, no, I feel really good. You know, this deep undercurrent that is being swirled up, you know, just like that analogy I used with the, you know, when you create a whirlpool in the sink, all right, you might have stuff on the bottom, but then when you actually whirlpool it, it all comes back up. So eclipses expose things. So even if, you know, like no matter what you're doing, you know, this eclipse could be exposing a lot of gunge at the bottom of the sink. I don't know, like, or, you know, a lot of these hidden deep thoughts that come from Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. The water signs are, or Pisces and Cancer are being like, and you know, poke, poke, poke. All right. So remember, you know, look for those white birds. All right. So here we have one white bird. All right. So for me, it's, you know, it's, yes, there may be eight deep, dark thoughts sort of going around there, but you know what she's doing? She's like, okay, I'm going to rest. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to stop and I'm going to, you know, she might be mourning or grieving or feeling deeply, but you know, just having a look and going, yeah, all right, where are the good thoughts? How can I stop, ground, and center and realize that my external environment right now is quite messy and intangible? So what I can do is water, good food, drink, healthcare, self-care, whatever management practices you have, you know, is it exercise? Is it meditation? Is it a good cup of coffee? Is it continually bringing yourself back to the now? All right. So that was very much a theme throughout the week is come back to right now. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you feel? You know, what is the reality? What is a distorted truth? Okay, so let's click the button again. Yeah, it's a big one. It is a big one. All right. Eden, hello, lovely. How are you? Mikkel, yes, money week, money, absolutely. You are so welcome. Thank you, Karen. It is going well. My God, the difference between this exam and the last one is, oh, completely different. So yeah, you know what, guys? It is just effort and consistency. All right. It's not so much about rushing ahead and doing the things. No, being consistent in the effort that you put into you being okay is what is important. All right. It is completely you and your kin and you making sure that these people around you are loved, well fed, looked after. You know, like there is so much fucking shit going on in the world around us that we just need to continue to just look at our own hands, you know, just, I don't know, moisturize your face more often. I don't know, it was random, but yeah. So all right, I will leave that with you. One more click and then I'm going to go. So yeah, just take care, and I will see you guys. Will I see you guys tomorrow? I keep forgetting. Am I working tomorrow? I am working tomorrow. So it might not be tomorrow. You'll definitely get the words, but at least you know that, step by step tomorrow. So, and then I will definitely see you Wednesday. So much love. Have a good day, and I will see you later.